Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Monday. I hope it finds you well. Hope you had a good weekend. How did your teams do? You know, football is back. The Cardinals won, but barely. But we'll take it. Listen, yeah, that's a game we normally lose because we suck. But we're 2-0, baby. Anyway, we played two really bad teams. So that concludes my sports for the day. This is a big week. It is Fed week. The meeting starts tomorrow. We're going to find out on Wednesday how big of a rate cut are we going to get. Is it going to be 25 points, which everyone says, okay, that's going to be the least or the most. I don't know. Well, the least is the 25 basis points. Some people are saying, are we going to get 50 basis points? That's really the debate that is going on. I guess we'll wait and see. We got the stock market up a little bit, mostly because Elon Musk has bought $1 billion worth of TEXIT. No, that's not allowed. Sorry, we won't allow that, Elon. You cannot do that. But Tesla stock, yes, $1 billion worth. I guess he got mad because Larry Ellison passed him as the richest guy in the world. France, we've been talking about France. They got downgraded over the weekend. Their debt was downgraded. We're going to hear a lot of this. You know, obviously the United States, we've been going through it. France is their debt's lower than ours. They're down to A+. You know, it's so funny. These rating agencies and their grading scale, it really is meant to make sure we stay uneducated, right? Because, I mean, let's face it. We all went to school. We all grew up in A+. Like A+, there's nothing better than A+. Right? You're like, oh, it's A+. It's pretty darn good. Yeah, no, not really. Is it still an investment grade? Yes. Should it be? Probably not. But I'm just saying, very interesting how they decided to keep us all dumbed down, right? If we had said, hey, France was downgraded to C today, we'd be like, oh, hey, that's it's getting close there, right? Or C-, right? But no, it's A+. So, yeah, good luck with that. 800-951-0592. That is our toll-free number. Get your gold and silver put away. We keep trying to tell you exactly what it is that you should be doing. You got to do a few things now. You have to protect what you've already earned, right? That's why I tell people, if you've listen, the stock market's been good, right? It really has. Now we're waiting, right, for the bubble to burst, right? That's what we're waiting for. But take some of that. Set up a precious metals IRA if you don't want to take a tax hit. Who wants to take a tax hit? I get it. We can help you do that. Preserving what you've already earned. Having money in the bank. Not a great idea anymore, is it? Right? They don't pay squat. Now they're going to pay less, right? Right? Very quick, boy. The banks, they've got all the tricks, don't they? Right? Yep. Oh, hey, we're going to quickly cut what we give you if you actually save any money. But don't worry, the credit cards, we're going to charge you more for those no matter what the interest rates are. It's a great system. It's a great system. Charge you for everything. Remember they used to give you away stuff? Remember how that used to work? See, people forget. You know, back when the central bank was still pretending that they cared about us, right? Banks would give you things. Here's a toaster. Here's a blender. Here's a this. Here's a that. Just for opening up an account. Now it's like, well, if you, I don't even know. Do you even get a break at $25,000 anymore? Like, do they give you a little better service? Probably not. Probably not. And somehow we're supposed to, I don't know, trust these guys in some certain way, but yet they continue not to act. Well, I guess I shouldn't say, you know what? They act in the benefit, but not of the benefit of who you think they're trying to benefit, right? They act in the benefit of themselves. It's truly what it is that they do. And the more tricks they use, the more trouble they're actually in. And that's why I just keep telling people, you got a large quantity of cash. I get it. You like to have it in there. It makes you feel good. But it just buys you less and less every day. Put some of that into gold. Then you don't have to worry about it buying less and less every day. But don't worry, it's not just our central bank. Canada's going to be out. Japan's going to be out. Yeah, there's plenty of central bank news. Obviously, we'll get some housing start news, jobless claims. We'll get all that stuff as well. It's going to be quite the week. Stay with us. 800-951-0592. A quick look in at the markets. The Dow's up 60. The S&P's up 30. The Nasdaq's up 168. Again, Tesla news. Also, TikTok. Yes, remember TikTok? Yes, it's China was spying on all the people making funny TikTok videos. There may be a deal there in TikTok. So we'll see. We'll wait and see. We've heard that before, but could be a deal for, I guess, China to sell ownership in TikTok to somebody else that apparently will like better. Somebody else that will spy on us, but as long as it's somebody other than China, I guess it's okay. The 10-year note, 404. And again, remember, everyone anticipating rate cuts Wednesday. How big is the question? Crude oil up about 59 cents, but still not too high. Not too high, 63 and change. Gold is roaring. Silver is roaring. TV gold over $3,700. Remember, for those of you who I say TV gold, so New York is not the spot month. Those are contracts. And they always show the most heavily traded contracts on TV here in New York. Right now, that is a December contract, 37.03. Silver, also a December contract, almost $43. On the spot markets, gold's up $23, 36.67, 36.67, and silver's up 28 cents, 42.37. So get ready. So here's what we're going to do today. I have more rounds. We got a lot of rounds. A lot of people traded some silver to get into TEXIT. By the way, did you see TEXIT? Did you look? Did you see? Yeah. Just like I told you. What is it now? 370, 375. Broke a record Saturday. Almost 600 new miners. Guys, it's going to go really fast from here. I'm just telling you. Really, really fast. We blew through 25,000 miners. We'll be at 26,000 miners tomorrow. That's how fast this thing is starting to go. Don't wait here. This is a huge up. Remember, I told you got to do three. One, you got to protect what you've already earned. Listen, you got to stay diversified. You've got to have some money in the stock market because stocks aren't quite done yet. But be smart. Start pulling things off the table. Every single metrics. When we talk about valuations in the stock market are at all-time record highs. And when we talk about PE valuations, right? 38 times earnings. That's unheard of. Right? Long-term average is 8. Then they said, well, we're kind of in the print money economy, so let's just double it. Say 16 now is normal. That's how they justify it. And I get it, rightfully so. Well, if they're going to keep printing money, then we should be allowed to revalue it. But every metric, right? And we know this happens at the tops of bubbles, right? Market cap to GDP, record. Schiller PE, record. Right? Regular PEs, records. Domination by just a handful of companies. And, of course, it's like a game of Jenga, right? You're like, oh, right. One wrong move, and the whole thing comes crashing down. And that is what it is that I think everybody here is worried about. But what's the other thing you need to do? You better find income. You better find it. Everything continues to cost a fortune. We are 2 weeks away from a government shutdown again. Here we go. Why? I mean, we just got downgraded last year because of this crap, and now we're doing it again. We brought in, we can say what you want about the tariffs, but they did bring in money. And by all accounts, quite a bit of money. $10, $20 billion a month. I mean, that's pretty dang good. And we still break records on the debt. Still. Doge, tariffs, nothing is slowing the train down. And I will tell you that healthcare costs are going to get ugly. They really took it on the chin. If you look at the healthcare stocks, they were crappy. Right? Why? Well, because they misjudged inflation. And they're going to catch up. Contracts are all over. Everything's new. They've all said what's getting ready to happen. Now the Democrats are like, well, we can't do this. We want to protect healthcare, which just means what? Hey, we want to spend even more money. So are we in this situation where, hey, since we're going to blow it anyway, guys, if you want us to allow for a budget and not to hit the debt ceiling and blah, 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 blah. And, of course, the debt ceiling is now at 41 or 42 trillion? I can't remember. I think 42 trillion. So we got a ways to go on the debt ceiling. But at least for the budget, they want to spend more money. They want to spend more money. And again, that's what makes everything cost more. What is going to happen over the next 5 years? Tell me. Medicare, Medicaid, right? They're going broke. Social Security going broke, right? And the tax cuts didn't help. The big, beautiful bill didn't help. Why? Because no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. What was that tax? It was payroll tax. Right? Well, what's the payroll tax? Put it on Social Security. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. That just means what? The debt goes higher because there's no money. There's no lockbox. They just add it to the debt. But what happens? What are they going to raise the payroll tax? To what? I don't know. Gosh, I would. Just to get to even, you'd probably have to take the payroll tax to like 16%. And if they actually wanted to build money, because let's face it, raise it to 16%, that's not good. Right now, if you work for somebody else, you pay 6.2. If you're self-employed, you pay 12.4. Now imagining you having to pay 8 or 16. The problem with that is, well, in a month or two, well, not a month or two, in a year or two, that won't be enough, right? There'll be more deficits again. And there is no lockbox, so will they say, well, we got to build a surplus? You know, kind of like they did in the 80s, remember? I wonder what that would look like. Would they go to 20%? I don't know. I really don't know. But it's interesting because Goldman Sachs, which I told you at the end of last week, Goldman, JP, everybody raised their gold forecast. Everybody. Why? Well, because we know that the Federal Reserve needs to cut rates for reasons that are not good. In other words, this will be one of the first times maybe ever that they're going to cut rates with inflation rising. Normally, right, when the economy starts to slow down, right, the inflation goes down with it. And it's usually not really a factor, right? The Fed, they have two mandates, a stable dollar, right, and they stably decline it, and full employment. Those are the two mandates. So right now they're worried about the employment side because the jobs have been weak. But the stable dollar side, they're going to pick on the side of jobs. That's what's going to happen this week. So what does that mean? It just means the dollar's going to get devalued even faster, something that we really haven't seen before. So Goldman, which had a $4,000 price target for mid-2026. So really think about this. So what do they say? Hey, in the next 9 months, gold's going to be $4,000. Well, they've now said because of what they think the rate cutting cycle is going to be, because the repo market is empty, because the Federal Reserve is running out of tools in the toolbox, they now are saying, hey, the risk to our $4,000 isn't to the downside. We're now saying, listen, 4,000 is going to be our low estimate. The risk in all of this is to the upside, right? So the price of gold is going to go higher. And like I said, now they're talking $5,000 gold. Nobody's talking. You know what's so funny? Is anybody talking about $42 and $43 silver? Nobody. What are they all talking? How much over 50 is silver going to be? And I think we're probably going to see $5,000 gold and $100 silver. Those two things kind of make sense to me because I think silver's got to catch back up to gold, but that would be 50 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of gold, right? At gold at 5,000, silver at $100. You know, when you look at silver right now, what is it? 86 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce. Now it's off the highs, but still pretty extended. I got two great opportunities for you today. One, I've got 500 silver rounds coming in rolls of 20. They're sitting in my vault as we speak. Silver now is, $42.40. And TV silver is $43, right? I mean, you know. I've got them at $41 a coin. $820. Not just below cost, below spot, below everybody else. $820 a roll. I got a gold special for you next. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Monday. So the silver spectacular sale, right? 500 silver rounds. $41. Right? Which sounds outrageous, doesn't it? Sounds outrageous until you're like, wait.
Wow.
Spots 41.40, not 41.40, 42.40. Yeah, $820. If you buy 25 rolls, I'll tell you what, I'll take it down to $815. If you buy 25 rolls of rounds, I'll take them to $815. It's $20,375. Here's the thing, Jason, and you know this. So Jason and I, he gets the same sheets. I can actually sell it back to my wholesaler right now and get $42. But I don't want to do that. I mean, I should, right? But listen, I never said I was the best businessman in the world, but I want you guys to take advantage. This is a stupid price. Take advantage of my stupidity or brilliance, depends on how you look at it, and put it away. Especially when, is there anybody, listen, I can't even find one person to sit there and say, I think silver's going back to $30. Nobody. Hey, by the way, because what's the rage? What's the rage? AI and data centers. That's all anybody can talk about. They can't talk about anything else. AI and data centers. Well, guess what AI and data centers need, guys? Guess. Take a guess. I'll give you one guess. Oh, yeah. That's right. Silver. Huh. And then for you gold guys, because I get it, silver can be heavy. $20,375 worth of silver. It's about 42 pounds. About the size of a shoebox. It's heavy, no doubt. Takes up room. $20,000 worth of gold? Do you have that in your pocket? I used to joke around, you could put $100,000 worth of gold into your wife's purse and no one would know. Right? I don't need, what can you get in that purse now? 2-3 million? Without somebody knowing? I mean, that's what gold has done. Okay, listen. I've got 12 $10 liberties. Right now, I'm going to round up a pinch, right, and say $36.70. Right now, gold's up $26. I'm going to sell these $10 liberties at $1,830, which is $10. You take two of those, that'd be $10 below spot on a $10 half, just under a half an ounce of gold for less than spot? Yeah. Now, do I have 100 of them? No. If you buy 10 of them, I'll take them down to 1820. So, do you buy a case of rounds at 815 or a roll of rounds for 820? Right? By the way, if you bought the case, it's a little over 20 grand. If you bought all 12 of the 10s at 1820, it's 21,840. So about the same amount of money, 500 ounces of gold, 500 ounces of silver, or just under 6 ounces of gold, about the same. One weighs 42 pounds. The other one, put it in your pocket. No one's ever even going to know it, right? Here's the thing. Silver will probably, they're both, gold's up 42% year over year, right? But I'm telling you, silver's probably going to do a little better. Silver's going to catch up. Right now, it's like 86 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. That number's going to come in. It is. And I think it could get back down to close to $50. 50 to 1. I mean 50 ounces. Of course, by that time, gold's 5,000. But Jason, either way, these are ridiculous opportunities. And if you want to use TEXIT to do it, you can. Call us. We'll take your TEXIT coin. And you can buy gold and silver. Heck, this morning, I had a guy who said, Joe, I bought a 9-pack. I've already made my money back. I'm in plus money. Now I want to use some of my TEXIT coin to buy another 9-pack of one of my pay centers. I said, no problem. No problem, right? We can do all of that for you. But Jason, this is kind of as advertised. We've been telling everybody we think we've got the winners for what it is that is coming over not just the rest of this year, not next year, but the next 5-10 years. This is where the winners are going to be.
Yeah, and anybody that's doing well financially, that has an open mind, it's not a Warren Buffett. They're going to hold physical gold, Joe. It's simple. Anybody that's doing well financially is going to want to have something that's there when you need to use it, whether it be for good times or bad times. Bad times, you just pay for it with your gold, you sell it off. Good times, you sell it off, you buy into an asset, you buy into an investment,
right?
Like TEXIT coin. So, it's people that don't buy into it. You can do fine without gold. Lots of guys that are all Wall Street, but you got to know what you're doing. You got to always know what you're doing. And if you have some questions on where to put your money, or if you're going to sit on a bunch of money for a while until you figure it out, don't sit on cash, Joe. We don't sit on cash.
Cash is the wrong place to be. And I think it's really smart to take some of that Wall Street gains off the table just in case. We know it's a bubble. We know they're going to – here's the thing. The bubble, I think, has more life, right, because of the rate cuts. We'll see what happens with the budget. This will be really curious. We're 2 weeks away from a government shutdown. Now, can they kick it down the road? Yeah, that's normally what they do. Remember now, we've gone a whole year without one. Right? What's another year? Of course, we get downgraded when we do stuff like this. But it appears that the Democrats have decided they have their issue, which is we want more money for health care because right now, you ready for this? The Obamacare premiums, as it sits right now, are going to go up 75%. On average, you heard me right. How much more money is the government going to spend? I think that's really the only question on the table. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break. 1-800-951-0592. Silver rounds, $820. They're live. I've got them. Sitting here waiting for you. If you buy a case of them, I've probably got, 600 of them. But if you buy a case of them, take $5 off. That'll be $8.15 a roll, which, by the way, puts that cost at $40.75. Right, silver is almost $42.50. As I said earlier, I can get $42 from the wholesaler right now. And I should. And I'll say this. After tomorrow, I will. So if you guys truly don't want them, that's what I'll do. I hope you see this opportunity and don't let it pass you by. Really, again, I think the only question I have is how much more over 50 is silver going to be this year? And I don't like doing these short-term projections, but that's just what it looks like. And then, of course, on the gold side, $10 Liberties, $18.30. Now, I only got 12. $18.30. Buy 10 or 12 or 11. $1,820 at 800-951-0592. And, yeah, well, here you go, 30. Now it really is 36.70 on gold. So maybe I was just, wow. Silver, holy smokes, yeah, up 41 cents, 42.50, 800-951-0592. And then, of course, TEXIT. We've been telling you. If this rocket ship is blasted off, we have, wait till you see what happens between now and the end of October. The price is going to be well over $5. We are going to be at 50,000 miners before the end of October. Saturday alone, we almost brought in 600 new miners in a single day. That's a new record. The problem is, and really not a problem, but very soon, matter of a couple of weeks probably, we'll probably be doing 1,000 new miners a day. The mine is going to be full in February and maybe January. And then once the mine is full, all as you can do is buy or sell the coin. By the way, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. You'll see TEXIT coin on several more exchanges here in the next few weeks. The volume of TEXIT coin, I hear so many people talk, it's hard to sell. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Listen, we do hundreds of thousands of dollars of trading in TEXIT coin every day. Hundreds of thousands. I think, Jason, I'm almost all but guaranteeing before October is over, TEXIT coin will trade well over $1 million every single day, and probably several $1 million every single day. Again, when you think about what's one of the requirements for Coinbase, well, that's one of them. Got to be over $1 million a day. We're going to be well over that. And there's other things. I can't divulge them just yet. But I hope people at least take the opportunity, especially those of you that have been listening since we said 50 cents. Right? I mean, that was just May, June, July, August. It's not even 5 months, and it's almost $4. And the funny part is I think we're going to do 10x of the $4 in the next 6 months or so, Jason. That's the opportunity that is here for all of you out there that are listening to get income every day. I want to share with something. This just happened on Telegram. Okay. This lady named Kay said, hey, I've always been, good with my money. I'm 65 years old, newly retired. She bought a $200,000 annuity at 9%. Okay, so that's not, not horrible. She's going to get, $18,000 a month. She's like, hey, I need $18,000 a year. I need residual income. I need something to help me with my Social Security. So I'm going to get, what is that, an extra $300-400 a month with this annuity. She goes, I got into TEXIT coin on June the 1st. I've been building my team. I already make more passive income with my TEXIT coin than I do with my $200,000 annuity at 9%. And Jason, this is kind of the stuff I keep trying to tell people. Some of you out there, you're going to network and do this and do that and turn it into a bigger opportunity. But for most people, this is a great opportunity to get some really good passive income every month that helps you in retirement, and really way beyond that because it goes for 135 years, Jason.
It's a huge opportunity, Joe, and right now I don't see a lot of dark clouds to scare people away from jumping into this. Right now it looks really good, and I'm super happy we're doing it.
800-951-0592. Looks like we're going to get record highs here. Gold's up 33 now, 36.76. Silver 42.54 right now on silver. The big specials today rolls around $820. That is $41 an ounce. For those of you keeping track at home, more than $1.50 under spot. If you buy a case, that's 500 of them. I'll take it down to $815. And then, of course, the $10 Liberties. I started them below spot. Now they're almost $10 a coin below spot. $20 if you bought two of them. $1,830. They only had 12, so if you buy 10 or more, if you buy all 12, I'll take them down to $1,820 at 800-951-0592. TEXIT, $9.95 gets you in. Get you in. If you don't believe it. Well, Joe, I went online and there was a guy on I don't know, Reddit that said it was a scam. I mean, he's only got 4 followers, but, guys, no offense. You've known me for how many decades now? Is there a risk involved? Yep. Does that risk go down every single week? It does. It's a whole lot risky. Think about it. I was like me and Jason were like minor 3,000. We're now saying, hey, I think in the next 4 weeks we're going to be at 50,000. Which, by the way, maybe the mine closes in January, by the way. $9.95 gets you in. 27 seats is the most you can buy. So just under 27,000. That's the max you can put in. The more you put in, the better your daily income will be. That makes sense. You don't have to put a lot in. If you sign some other people up, you can get more power that way. We are crowdsourcing the mine. Here's the thing. We already have our mine, the TEXIT mine. It makes about 100,000 coins a day, every day. And when you join in for $9.95 or up to the 27 seats, whatever you want to do, you guarantee yourself a piece of the mine every day. You're going to get a piece of those 100,000 coins every day. Nothing will take it away. But what we also do with that money is we build our 100 million mega hash mine. It'll be the largest independently owned mine in the world. We're getting ready to roll out Layer 2, our community money. We'll get more details to you. I know a lot of it, but we got 2 minutes here, so I can't give you more today. We have what we call our mega mine locations growing weekly. We've got 3 mega mines getting ready. Matter of fact, our first one, it's going to be any week now. It could be this week, it could be next week. The first of our mega mines comes on. It's a terrific opportunity to change lives. I hope you decide to join us. Call us. Get in. You can use gold. You can use silver. Heck, you can use TEXIT to buy more TEXIT. Patriot Radio News Hour. Jason and I, we're going to be right back. We got a really good half-empty cup coming up.